Let's get started with a video. I'm in a different spot. I'm in my sewing room. If you watched my blog, you know that I cleaned it up, although at the moment it's still got all of the stuff that needs to go to Goodwill on the floor because I'm making one big trip and I'm going through some more stuff. I want to do an update on stitching. I want to show you things I got for Christmas. I want to tell you pieces that I've pulled to repopulate my downstairs basket that I for sure want to work on soon and get some progress on in 2025. And, you know, we can talk some books too. Maybe get a little of that on our calendar. I've been at work today, although I worked from home, but I look nice and professional because I did have to go out for, we call them panel reviews, and it's basically like a meeting in place of a hearing, and we talk to parents, and anyway, so I had to go out for that, so I had to look nice. And then I met a retired attorney friend of mine for lunch. She's pescatarian, so there's this really good seafood place locally that we both like, so we met there and had lunch. Came back here and worked a ton, and now I want to spend some time with you guys after my work day. Since the last time that I filmed a stitching video, I've stitched on one thing. I got really hyper-focused through Christmas. And this is a bag I made myself. And I am happy to say, actually, that I finished this. This is Ann Roberts. I'd been saying I really wanted to finish it in 2024. I did not. I finished it within the first couple of days of 2025, but I did finish it. I really just got in there and just got it done. And you know, once you get so far into something, like you can see and you can taste that finish. So here it is. I love this. I changed up a couple of colors. I used a brighter turquoise to kind of make it pop. A couple of other shades I varied a little bit. And then I put my name in instead of Ann Roberts. I love this piece. Unfortunately, I mean, maybe not unfortunately, fortunately for my pocketbook, I am sitting on several finishes at the moment because I was paying for Christmas and I was paying for other stuff. So I have not framed anything. I usually try to do it as I go because in little tiny pieces, it's not that bad. Now I have, like I said, multiple finishes and it's hard to pick which one goes first. But yeah, here's my finish of Ann Roberts. I did this with DMC 2/2 on 36 count Lakeside Vintage Exemplar. And I'm so happy with it. So happy with that. I need to, I mean, when you have like this much, I mean, I'm gonna cut it off, but what do you do with that tiny piece? And it's Lakeside, so hit me up, tell me down below. What do you do with that? So there's that. Yeah, that's all I worked on. We'll show haul. Jim bought me, I really didn't ask for stitching stuff, but he bought me stitching stuff. He bought me the kit from Country Sampler for the Red Bird Sampler. So it's got all of that in it. This is one that I really love, and I'm going to put it in my 2025 basket. I need to put it in a project bag first. He just went through the classic Colorworks thread on 1-2-3 Stitch and just bought me colors that he liked and that he thought that I would like, which I kind of love. this one blue. This is Granny Annie, and it's this like vivid like indigo purpley blue, and it is fun and funky. And once I show these to you guys, I can like officially put them away too. I don't know what I'll use this for. I don't buy as much darker fabrics anymore, but this is PTP 36 count fossil. Do you have any thoughts on what I could stitch on this? Let me know that too. He bought me PTP Wren, which is always good to have on hand. It's a beautiful neutral. He bought me, he was on a PTP kick. He bought me PTP Heritage, which is like a mottled green neutral. This is the winner that he bought me though. This is Fiber on a Whim Cypress, which is also kind of a green fabric. How beautiful is that? Really pretty. The other stuff is stuff that came from my clubs. And I'm figuring out how to get into this bag. Come on. Come on. Straight in the trash. This is for my This Stitch Me fabric club. This is the December fabric of the month, and this is 36 count vintage. What it's not showing here is it has a very pinky taupe hue to it. There's that. I got my Threads of History Club from Spring Green Country Sampler, and this is the Needlework Press one from 2024, and it is Eliza Taylor age 10 Needlework Press. It has some religious stuff in there, but you know, I can pull it out, do something else. I love, and I commented on her post on Instagram, but Vicki posted that she was doing an including an alternate verse to the religious verse on one of the pieces that she was producing. Not this one, although I haven't opened it up. But I was like, thank you. That is super nice and super thoughtful. But here are the threads, right up my alley. Okay. Things I want to work on in 2025. What I did not bring up here with me that is on my stand right now, although I didn't work on it last night. I just was not feeling stitching last night. I did some reading and watched some TV and took a hot bath, and that was really all that happened. Speaking of which, it is so cold in Georgia right now. You don't see me dressed like this often. It's cold. We're supposed to get snow and ice on Friday. That doesn't happen here. Like once every few years. So I love snow like a child. Love snow. And I'm so freaking excited. I have filled my kitchen full of ingredients for things that are cozy and comfort foods. I have stuff to make chicken and dumplings. Jim's favorite hot meal is when I make like this crock pot burrito bowl thing, and it's like corn and black beans and rice and chicken and chilies and spices. So I got the stuff to make that. A couple of other things. Anyway, I digress. Someone finished this and I said, I need to pull mine out. I need to finish it. It's ridiculous that I haven't. This is, and it was like a work project back when I had time to stitch occasionally at work, which I have not in years. So this got shoved like on a shelf under things, and I had to find it. So that was part of the problem. But this is the work baskets in the merry month of May. I love it. It's quirky. It's weird. I have a decent amount done on it, and I just need to get more done. I have it in this tiny Q-snap, and this is where I am on it. It is going in my basket to get work done ASAP. So, like, I found it with like a little wad of threads. This is ridiculous. So here we go. That's going over here. Another that I want to get more work done on, which has a similar vibe, is this Carriage House Samplings Enchanted. I think every lady I started this with has finished it. And the last time I pulled it out, I got a ton done on it. So I would like to get this finished. And in retrospect, I thought I had more of the deer done. But that still will not be that hard to finish. And Olivia, maybe start thinking of what else I might like with silk threads. I know, you're clutching at your pearls. I don't like silk threads, but sometimes, it's just kind of what I'm feeling. So, something simple like this with silk threads. Think about it. This is one that I am no, wrong bag. This is Feast of Friendship, which I did start, and I would like to get more work done on this year. You saw this so very recently because I just started it in November. But I would like to get more done on this. Doing this with the called for threads on Picture This Plus Legacy. That is a fabric I wish that Jim had bought me. More Legacy. That's what I need. I need that in my life. Olivia finished this one, and I always think of her when I stitch it, so I want to get more work done on Friends of the Heart. This one I'm doing on a random piece of silk weaver, and this is where I am on it. Really want to pull this out and get some more stuff done. So this is going in my basket. Actually, the stuff you're seeing right now was in my basket. It's staying. Stuff over here is getting moved into my basket. And when I say this, like, I'm upstairs in my sewing room, but I stitch downstairs with the television on the couch where I can hang out with Jim, and my big lamp that comes over my head with a daylight bulb is in it. So I stitch down there, and I keep a basket in the living room that has all the projects in it that are calling to me. This is getting started. This is Coffee and Eggs. I keep saying it's getting started. It hasn't gotten started yet. Maybe this would be a good birthday start for me this year, because I keep wanting to start it and I'm not. So I'm going to start it on the called for baked clay, and I have all of the called for colors, and yes, I didn't really love the DMC pink. I wanted something with variegation, so I got Weeks Dye Works Sweetheart Rose. So they're really, really similar, and I should probably just use the DMC, but yeah, I was being a little extra. And I actually think I have a smaller piece of baked clay that I found when I was cleaning this room. But what did I do with it? Did I put it away? Or did I put it up there? I'll find that later. I know I'm not the only one that does this. This is Mind Independent and Free. Another thought that I had on this, and I'm glad I'm not further with it. I have all this DMC for it, doing it on a piece of legacy. I have only gotten letters done. And I'm really thinking that maybe I want to pull some variegated threads for the colored areas, which there aren't a lot, but like, particularly, it really doesn't matter anywhere except for the house. I think I would really like to do the house in a variegated thread, but I'm thinking on that. But obviously, it's going to be a minute before I get down to the house. But that color is probably in the zigzag, so I need to go ahead and identify that now. I love this piece. So much to go on it, because this is a piece of linen that I cut to fit. I don't know. The color of the house is 3787, and it's such a lovely color. Maybe I just leave it. Maybe I just leave it. I don't know. If you have thoughts, I'm open. I still have Moon Moth in here, and I decided to leave it in here because I don't think that I touched it again, and I had wanted to, and I really just want to put a little bit more stitching in. This is Stacy Nash. Like, Jim and I have gone back to a different cabin that I worked on this at last time. And I still haven't worked on it more. Yeah, just hanging threads. That's how I roll. Man, that's pretty fabric. I think that's fabric I dyed myself. Not to toot my own horn, but that turned out really nicely. The next one, and this is me apologizing, Michelle, I have been a horrible co-host of Dark 13 stitching. I have just not been prioritizing it, and I can't promise that I will do better in 2025, but I would like to. And this fun dark piece is one that I would really like to see a lot of work on, because I just enjoy it so much, and I would love to have this framed. This is Cloud's Factory Haunted House. I'm doing a little bit of alterations to this to make it less cutesy, and I also pulled all my own colors when I started this because I was feeling extra, and I love it, and I just want more. I want to focus on this some in 2025. Like you can see, I didn't put in the ghost. I'm not going to put in the witch on her broom. I'll just put in more bats and another cloud. Like, I want it to be fun, and I made the cat look not silly. Yeah. This is going to be my go-to. Oh, it's Dark 13. I'm pretty excited about it, and that's going to help. What is also going to help is I worked on the Modern Folk Embroidery Sal in 2024, and I did finish it. Like, I kept up and I finished, well, for the most part I kept up, but I caught up and I finished it. And that really, like, sometimes I'd be like, I'm stitching with black thread, I'm gonna call it dark. I mean, you do you, that counts. I did it. But I want to do more real dark stitching this year. Okay, ones that I'm pulling from the closet that are going to go in this basket as I shake everything. Riley Harbor. I love it. I love this piece. It is a comfort stitching piece, and I want more comfort stitching in my life, which is probably why you're going to see what's on my stand downstairs. And did I ever finish that thought before? What I have been working on is a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger the last few days. And it's downstairs on my stand. Everybody knows what it looks like. I've been doing some outlining, and tonight I might start filling in the squirrel. This is another random piece of silk weaver fabric. I love it. I love this. And I'm using a little bit brighter blue. I like to brighten my blues, my teals. But this is going to get some love. Getting some love. I can start putting things back over here. That would make more sense, Emily. This one, I think I can finish in 2025. And now that I've said that, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to be like 10 stitches in or something. This is Caroline Amelia Trowell. I love this weird sampler. I love it so much. There's some that I put my name on. There's some that I put like the original person's name on. This one will get her name on it and I'll get it framed up. It's just so weird and quirky. I love it so much. Doing this on a piece of Fiber on a Whim 36 count latte with the called for threads. Okay, I'm not as far along as I thought I was, but I can still finish this. I'm still pretty far. That is so much fun. So much fun. Am I the only one who in my head I'm like, I mean, I maybe have like an eighth of that left to do. No, no, Emily, you dreamed you stitched all that. This one, I am well aware I have absolutely nothing done on it. A tiny start and that's it. But I love this one, and it's on Lakeside. I started this on Lakeside Linen, and I really just want progress on it. What color Lakeside is this? I don't remember. This is Martha Pudsey, 1835, by the Scarlet House. And like, look, it's been folded up in here way too long. This is all I have done. Yeah, it's sad. It's a travesty. I need another piece that is on Lakeside to work on regularly, and this is going to be it. And this is also DMC. So also just love working with a nice, easy DMC sampler. It's beautiful. You end up with these beautifully saturated colors, and you can loop start. if you do 2/2 like I do. I know not everyone does, especially on the counts like 36, which I prefer. So Martha Pudsey getting a lot of love this year. This one is what I think of as my kind of psychedelic sampler, just because of how these flowers look and the colors. And it needs, I would love to see this finished. This is Jane Hearth, 1868, from Hands Across the Sea. I love these colors. Let me get up close. Look at the vase. You can download this if you didn't know it exists. I have a ridiculously sad start. And I'm doing this on a piece of, I think this is P2P gingerbread. I had a piece and I just thought it would be really pretty on there. The colors would really pop. Yeah. Yeah. So I pulled this one. It's going in my little basket. I haven't worked on this one in so long that the threads are like this. Like I've done so little. So this even needs for the threads to be put on drops and organized. That needs to go to the front so that it can have some organization. This is my alternative Dark 13 for next year because, I don't know, maybe I could finish this next year. I'm not going to say I will, but I can get a lot done. I love it. This is Blackbird Designs Halloween Eve. I had a lot done on this. Was it last year? Because I did only have letters. And I got the bird in and all of the stuff right around the bird. And I got the pumpkin started. This is on Picture This Plus 36 count. It's my favorite. Bramble? Bramble? Is it Bramble? Yes, Bramble. So yes, doing this with the called for, because Blackbird Designs, they're great with color, unless it's not their fault and dye lots have changed. So yes, this is going over here for Dark 13. And then Moon Moth will also be a Dark 13. I'll nestle those in there together. Only 3 left that are my, these need to be touched in 2025. Comfort stitching. We all need it. We all need something to pull out where we're like, let me just settle in and work on this. Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. I have plenty to do on this. I am doing it on a piece of, look at me, having extra needles in here. Let's pull those out. This is Marbled Pointer by XG Designs. And I'm doing this with the called for colors on this linen. Such a pretty linen. I just love the bag that I have this one in too. Pretty sure this is a Christie bag. I love it. This is a bag, Little Patches of Heaven, that was made for me for my birthday. Such a thoughtful gift. I really want to finish the piece that is in here, or at least see some decent work on it. This is Stacy Nash Old White Farmhouse Sampler. Back in the day, I bought this as a kit without the fabric. It just had the threads. And this is a piece of fabric, I believe that I dyed myself. Yes. I dyed this for something else and decided I didn't like it and cut some off to use for this because I decided it was perfect. So yeah, I'm not quite halfway there, but close. And this could really use some love. Especially these pieces like this with, I mean, just get it done, Emily. One more. You just saw this. In fact, putting these with it, because this is Blue Cat. For those that maybe are new or didn't watch that episode, Jim and I lost our cat Dharma on November 2nd. She had gone into congestive heart failure. She had had heart problems for a while. She was on medication. Her heart gave out. And we had to have her put to sleep. She couldn't breathe. This was my comfort piece in the wake of that. I already had the blue and the head done, but I stitched all of this back portion here and the mouse and got that in. The pattern calls for this bright yellow eye for this cat, but Dharma's eyes were green, like a beautiful pale green. So I got these colors from Coloring Cotton, and I'm thinking I thought caterpillar, but now I'm thinking that the acrobat is more true. So I'm putting this in here, and that will be that. That is it for stitching. I'll organize everything back into this basket later and work in this room some. But I'll show you some other stuff while we're here together. Still trying to do my nails regularly. This is an INLP color called Ritual. This one, although I did not use that feature of it, is actually a magnetic nail color. Before it dries, you can run a magnet over it and it like pulls the flakes to the top and gives it this like cat eye effect. I bought two from a new nail polish maker, which is another like vegan, cruelty-free, all of that long-lasting nail polish. I bought two when they were having their sale. This one is a little bit more expensive than INLP. I bought this one because, oh my gosh, look at that, guys. This is called Stumped. And it is this brown polish that is just filled with like these shiny flakes. I have never used this polish before. Some people only use this polish. I did see on a Reddit thread, several Reddit threads, that there have been some defects with some of their bottles and then breaking and cutting people. So if you do get Mooncat, that hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened to anybody I know. I just read it. So like, I'm just going to be really careful with these, because that color. The other color, this is why I ordered from them. This color kept popping up, and I've never seen a color like this. It's called the Root of All Evil. Come in this box. And if you live in a place with Japanese beetles and they have that iridescence, look at that. Yeah. So I'll just be really careful with the bottle. I need that color. So I bought these. I talked about in my vlog, I know probably not everybody watched that because it's not everybody's thing. I talked about that I used to be just I would devour books. I was such a reader. And when I got really back into stitching in 2015, it started falling to the wayside. And I know a lot of people are like, well, listen to audiobooks when you stitch. I found a better alternative. The way that I am going to deal with this is, I'm a bath girl. I take a bath every day, and I enjoy just soaking. And that is part of how I let go of my stress from my day. Instead of doom scrolling on my phone, I'm now reading in the tub. I run a nice hot bubble bath, and me and my book get in. I finished this book. This is, don't fall. This is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. You know those books where you finish it and you immediately have to go online and see what other people think happened? Because the book ends and you're like, wait, what just happened? But like, I don't want to ruin it for anyone because it is a very good book. I was like, I think it's this. And the more that I read, like, other people were like, we think it's that too. And I really enjoyed this. It's more of a horror mystery. And I know it's being made into a movie. And I really enjoyed this. It's an odd book. But if you are willing to try to wrap your head around an odd book, yeah, go online and read about it. This is what I'm reading right now. This is a heftier one, The God of the Woods. This book is hard to put down. I am 2/3 of the way through it. This one is hard to put down. This is not horror. This is like thriller, mystery, true crime. And it jumps around from the 50s to the 60s to the 70s. And it's this rich family, and then the townspeople, and then the people that work at and attend this summer camp in the Adirondacks. It's good. Like, I cannot wait to get in the bath tonight and read more of it. And also, like, I have been reading in bed before we turn the light out as well. Like, Jim can watch whatever trash television he wants to while we're laying in bed, and I'll be reading on my book. And we're spending time together, but not together. So this going back in there. Other ones that I've bought recently, where if you've read it, let me know. I bought Grady Hendrix's How to Sell a Haunted House. I haven't read a book by him, but the more I have read about his books, I may have 2 more on the way that were written by him. He has one being released later this month that I pre-ordered. Like, yeah. So I have this one ready to go whenever, and a couple on the way. Another author that I haven't read anything by, but I've already bought a couple of books by him, is Riley Sager, I'm not sure. I grabbed a few used from him also that aren't right here. They all sound amazing, like horror, thriller, mystery. This one has such great reviews. Hidden Pictures by Jason Recolak. I may be butchering names. If you've read this, let me know. It sounds amazing. Sounds so amazing. Yeah. I was paused by a little review by Stephen King on the back, and also by Grady Hendrix, who wrote How to Sell a Haunted House. This one is more just mystery. I grabbed it, These Silent Woods. It seems like it's about this father and his daughter, and you don't know why, but he has shut them off from society in a cabin in the Appalachian Mountains, where basically only one person knows they're out there. And he has just ran from society. And so in the book, you're going to find out why they're there, what's going on. Plus, how could you not get sucked in by that cover? Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm doing with my spare time. Plenty to read, as the snow is hopefully coming on Friday. We're going to work from home on Friday. We're starting a new volunteer class in February, so I actually have a lot of virtual volunteer interviews lined up for Friday, so I'll do those throughout the day and hopefully enjoy the snow and my coffee and my blankie. Wherever you are, I hope that you are warm and happy and you're enjoying your stitching, and I will see you next time. If there's anything that you've enjoyed me talking about that isn't about stitching, let me know. I'll try to add more of that in the future. And if there's anything that you hate me talking about, I'm sorry. I always try to do the stitching first, so you can stop watching after the stitching. But everybody, happy stitching. I'll see you next time.